When you upload a level to the Geometry Dash servers, if it's good enough and noticed by the game developer, RobTop, there is a chance of it getting one of 3 ratings: a star rating, feature, or epic rating. There aren't any specific rating standards, it's all just based on if RobTop likes a level or not. There are thousands of rated levels out there that massively vary in quality because of this very reason. Today, we're going to talk about the levels that were unfortunately not rated, and see if it was justified or not. Towards the end of this video, there are some absolutely incredible levels. You do not want to miss them. The first level we're going to be talking about is only 30 seconds long. That is 9 seconds shorter than the shortest extremes in the game, No Jokes and Citra, which is absolutely insane. Cobwebs was originally supposed to be top 10 on the Point to Create Demons list. Imagine how hard that would have been. It did end up getting nerfed to around Siren Everclear because it was miserable to play. Who could have guessed that one? There are definitely some problems with rating it though. It has 102,000 objects in just 30 seconds. That's on average nearly 3,400 objects a second. Also, being 30 seconds long doesn't exactly help it much either, as it barely hits it, only due to a pause at the end of the level. So, should this be rated? Honestly, I think so. There are some stunning designs in the level. Maybe it should only get a star rate because it's so unoptimized. Maybe a feature if it gets optimized. The waves in this next level are absolutely ridiculous. Enjoy is a short skill-based layout made by Septicon7 and a few others. According to the verifier, this is around Crimson Planet difficulty, which actually surprises me because this looks way harder than Crimson Planet. This level actually has a really cool song as well. Although the waves are impossibly difficult, they look super satisfying to pull off. However, in its current state, I don't think this is really rate worthy, purely because the decoration is basically the same the entire way through, with a few minor changes here and there. So maybe with a redecoration this could get rated, but only if that redeco happens. Next up is Rain, and it's a blue and purple skill-based extreme demon verified by Wolves. The general vibe of this level is actually outstanding. It matches the song so well. Despite sticking to a specific colour scheme, every part still feels really unique, which is a really nice touch considering a lot of levels struggle to do this well. One fun fact about this level is that it has a robot copter, which is really nice to see as it's such an underused game mode. Then again, robot is in general. But I digress. This level should definitely be at least featured. Everything about this level is above average and it's really unique too. If I'm being honest, I'm genuinely surprised this hasn't been rated yet. It's not exactly unknown, as it was verified by, Wolves, a pretty popular player. This old impossible level got revived and is now harder than the golden. The redecoration and verification of Diabolic Clubstep was done completely solo by 7 over a 5-year period, which is especially impressive. As I said, it's apparently harder than the golden, which would somehow make it the 3rd level to use the Clubstep song in the top 20, of course after Tartarus and Silent Clubstep. Bearing in mind, Clubstep is the only song in the top 20 to be a duplicate in the first place, so to have 3 at this point is just kind of funny. This level is actually getting redecorated purely because of the fact that it's not rated. Hopefully it'll be done soon. Although I do think this could get rated in its current state, redecoration is definitely a safe bet, as it's been 8 months since its release. Hopefully with the redeco we can see this rated in the coming months. This level is the perfect example of a good sequel. Gravity is a sequel to the level Moment, and it has some of the best parts of Moment and then expands on those to upgrade the decoration a lot, and the small touches really add a lot to it. The first half of Gravity entails some really fast paced gameplay that looks super satisfying, whereas the ending is much slower while still maintaining the same flow based gameplay. It does this extremely well. This level actually got an update since its release, where Ice Cave fixed some decoration and balanced the level out a bit, and I think because of this update it should definitely be rated. I think this is just Moment but better, and as Moment is only rated, I think this could potentially even be featured, but I'm pretty on the fence on that. The next level has been released for over 6 years and still hasn't been rated yet. If rated back when it was verified, Wacropolix literally would have dethroned Bloodbath as the hardest demon at the time. It's that old. Wacropolix is an absolute classic. It's a monochrome extreme demon that's based on mainly high CPS wave and ship gameplay. This level in the grand scheme of things deco wise isn't much, but it's aged pretty well in my opinion. As unfortunate as it is, I doubt this is ever really gonna get rated now. There's been so many pushes but to no avail. Maybe a remake like Gunslinger Corridor or Gracefully can get rated, but I doubt the original will ever be rated. Necrocide is up next, and is a level created by Zylonox and seems to be heavily inspired by Annihilation Nation. According to Dorami and a few others, it is anywhere from envy to anoxism in difficulty. As usual for Zylonox levels, the atmosphere is incredible, and the song suits the level excellently. It's such a shame this level isn't rated, because of course it's just Zylonox style, but much more developed, so I'm really surprised this level has just been left in the dust relative to that other levels. The first 9 circles level on this list is Ringy Paracosm. This level actually has some really cool ideas that stray away from your average 9 circles level, and they're not too gimmicky to be annoying, which is really nice. The one thing this level does extremely well is the super long and intense ending. I can imagine how nervous you get, especially since the post drop gets slower and slower the further into it you get. Of course this is more of a personal thing, but I love the colour scheme of the drop. Black and blue is such an underused and underrated colour combination in my opinion. I definitely do think this should be featured. It's definitely really different and its quality is really consistent the entire way through. Natural Disaster is a former Impossible level that Trust brought attention to about a year ago now. It has some absolutely stunning decoration, however, it does have a very sad truth to it. After gathering so much attention, this level was nerfed down due to the popularity of the level and was later verified by Helix. Short after its verification, it was rated. So you might be wondering, why is this level on the list if it was rated? Well, after all of this, the creator revealed that some of the decoration was actually stolen. This, to a degree, devastated the community, and because of this, the level was unrated and has not been re-rated since, with good reason of course. However, the level is currently in the works of a redeco, so once that is done and re-verified, I'd assume it'd be re-verified anyway, hopefully we can finally see this level re-rated, as it's such a shame that the level had to get unrated in the first place. I remember the layout showcase for Graceful back a couple years ago. I always thought this level was just really overhyped for no reason, but since I started researching it for this video, it's actually grown on me a lot. The deco has a lot of varying styles, which is really nice. An interesting fact about this level, in comparison to the rest, it's the longest by a decent margin. It's 2.5 minutes nearly in length, which is a really nice change in comparison to the rest of the levels. It's such a shame that this level isn't rated, but I can definitely see why at the same time. The quality of the deco is so vastly different in each part, and the gameplay looks kind of frustrating to put it lightly. I do think with a few changes and touch-ups here and there, it could definitely improve the level a lot and potentially even get it rated, which would be awesome to see. Following Graceful, we have Bloody Knuckles, which literally just has a wave challenge in the middle of the level. It's kind of just the average 2.0 old Impossible Unbalanced level, kind of like Thinking Space, but literally just red. That's it, it's just generic. The structuring in some parts, especially the UFO, looks super unfun to die to. It just looks really weird. If this has any form of hopes of getting rated, it would need a serious redeco. Unless RobTop just feels how he did when he rated Thinking Space a while back. Ultimately, we have the Nautical. I'm not really sure how to describe this level other than just really grey and really goofy. This is the second 9 circles level on this list, and it feels like Ringy Paracosm, but kind of the opposite. The gameplay just seems so gimmicky and awkward. I guess it makes sense because it's an old Impossible level of course. One thing the Nautical does do really well though, is that the pre-drop and post-drop just look really good decoration wise. Just throughout the level in general, there's a lot of style changes, which is what this does better than Ringy Paracosm. In terms of rating this level, it's definitely a mixed bag for me. Deco wise it's decent, but the gameplay seems kind of the opposite. However, gameplay isn't really taken into account that much when rating, so I'm kind of on the fence. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And that's it for today's video. What do you guys think about these levels, and should they be rated or not? Some honourable mentions I could have spoke about today, but didn't really have much to say or something like that. A Stellar Knight, Arrow, Avernus, Lumina, Death Corridor Z, and basically any level on the unrated demons list. If you guys would want to be involved in these kind of videos, follow me on Twitter or join my Discord server, as I generally ask around in these spaces about levels to talk about. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you all soon. Have an awesome day everybody.